All right. Well, good morning. Selamat pagi, selamat siang, Bapak Ibu. I just use English if that's okay. So thank you so much for participating. And let's start with giving a very big round of applause to all of you for committing to your professional development on the weekends, everyone. Please, big round of applause to all of you. Thank you for joining this program because I know some people out there, they are, probably spending time with the family. You're spending time with me. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, today we're going to talk about a topic that is very, very, I think it's very in today, in demand, because many of the what do you call that, schools and learning environments in Indonesia and also around the world, they've been talking about this differentiated learning. Okay, but I don't know. Let's see if anyone here actually. I want to find out first. Would you like to learn in a fun way or a boring way? Because I know we're doing digital learning. Fun or boring way? Type down over there on the chat box, everybody. Well, I'm expecting to find someone typing down boring. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. What do we have here? Fun or boring? Come on. Oh, fun, of course. Oh, but fun but serious. Love that. Okay, nice. Okay, all right. No one wants to say boring, yeah? May I know why not? Why not a boring class? What happened to the boring class? Have you got any boring class before? Anybody? Have you ever had a boring class? Sleepy. Oh, okay, good. Wow, it seems like everyone's, you know what you want, yeah? Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to share a little bit about some activities that we're going to do. So before that, can you show me your hands, your fingers, please? Show me your fingers and do it this way. Do a little, like a gym, fingers gym, okay? And then because we're going to do a lot of work typing down on the chat box, yeah? Okay, so, and also I would like to know who of you, how many of you have met me before? Can you click on the button reaction there? Raise hand. Who has ever met me before? Because some of the activities will be related to what we've done in the past, so maybe you know what we're going to do. Okay, can you, if you have ever met me before, raise your hand so I know how many people, yeah? Okay, no? Wow, all of you new. Wow, nice to meet you, everyone. It's new, yeah? Okay. Oh, I got Pak Wihandoyo. Pak Wi, I think we met Pak Wihandoyo before,
yes,
yeah? Thank
I've
you, Pak
already,
Wi.
yeah.
Yes, thank you,
once,
Pak Wi.
but I forgot when.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't worry. As long as you remember me, that's fine. And Bu Elvira, hello, Bu Elvira. Okay, we got more people probably somewhere. Mbak Eka, can you see anybody raising hand? Only two? Whoa, wow.
Yeah, not so many for now,
Not
Mr.
so
Adi.
many, so that's okay. Well, after this, then you will raise your hand because you already met me, right? Okay, so everybody, we're going to start with an activity about differentiated learning. But before that, allow me to share my screen and let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can. Okay, good.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, let me put this up on the display mode so everybody can see it. In the larger section. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So when we talk about differentiated learning, okay, now I have 3 questions. Mbak Eka, I would like to invite 3 people from all the audience to participate, to contribute, and to share. Yeah. So if anybody in the group would like to raise your hand and then share your opinion, what you think, we would like to hear from you, okay, about these 3 questions, okay? So the first, the second, and the third, based on who's coming up first. Come on, anyone raising hand?
Okay, we're still, Mr. Wihandoyo,
Yes.
would you like to give your answer, please?
Well, as long as I know, differentiated learning means that we apply what we call it the syllabus based on the students' wishes. Means that we have to know our students first, and then we can apply the lessons based on the students' need.
Everybody, round of applause for Pak Wi. Okay, Pak Wihandoyo. The keywords: know your students and then meet their needs. Okay, know your students and meet their needs. Love that. Amazing, Pak Wi. Okay, good. Next one, number 2, Mbak Eka. Can we find anybody?
I think Mr. Jose, did you
Okay.
raise your hand?
Jose.
Yeah.
Well, I was uploading, but
Okay, Pak Jose.
but okay.
Okay, Pak Jose.
Hello, Mr. Adi. Hi, guys. So number two, what do you want to learn more about differentiated learning? So, yeah, we've been hearing about it a lot. How we should meet the need of our students and stuff like that. But the thing is, what we want to learn more is how practical things can be applied in our class, Mr. Adi.
All right. Okay. And do you think that differentiated learning is easy or difficult to apply? I would say.
Well, that's what we are going to find out, I guess.
Okay. Well, all right. That's interesting. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna see if it's gonna work here. Okay, good. Next, the third one, Mbak Eka. Can we find the third person, please?
Let's see if we got one. Okay. Not yet. Maybe. Oh yeah, we got Miss Alfira. Please, Miss Alfira.
Okay. Elvira.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Bu Elvira.
For question number 3, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not familiar with the concept yet, but I assume that differentiated learning is where we apply different kinds of activities to achieve certain goals, I guess, but not just learning language activities, maybe in the form of like musical activities or that improves their interpersonal skills and the likes. And I guess I've been using ThinkBook or Think series, and I guess they have these kind of activities called that boost their critical thinking. I guess it's a part of learning, differentiated learning, I assume. So I guess yes, probably.
Nice, big round of applause. Thank you. Yes, in Think, there are some options that you can use as activities for differentiated activities for different learners. Yeah, amazing. Love that. Good. Now, everybody, let's see if you actually think. Okay, don't worry if you haven't done it. Don't worry. At least you think you've done it. Okay, at least you think you've done it. So, how do you differentiate learning in your class? If you've got your experience, then how you did that? Okay, if you haven't got your experience, then what do you think can be done? All right, can you type it down in the chat box, everyone? Type down on the chat box. I need everybody to participate. Otherwise, then remember karma. Yeah, so you know karma? Like teacher, like students. Yeah, what you do in my class will happen in your class too. If you're active in my class, then your students will be active in your class. Okay, so remember that. So if you're not active, you will not get active students too. All right, good. So, okay, type down in the chat box. I differentiate learning by, what can you do to differentiate learning? Come on the chat box. Mbak Eka will help me if we've got any answers or responses.
Yeah, sure, Mr. Adi. I think they're still typing.
Yes. Shall we give them 30
we got
seconds? Okay, who's that?
We already got one from, I think it's Miss Asrifi. Sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm really sorry that's not. Oh, from Miss Fatima, knowing my students.
Can we invite Miss Fatima to come on mic, please?
Okay, Miss Fatima, would you please to open your mic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi, Bu Fatima.
Hi, sir.
Yes, please. What do you think? How do you differentiate your learning?
Well, actually, from my experience, I try to know my students well, like it's said before.
Bu Fatima, can we see your video if you don't mind? If you're not in a difficult situation. Okay, now we can see you. Okay, so yeah, knowing your students. How can you know your students? What do you need to know about your students?
Yeah, I mean, each class seems can be different. I mean, the type of students can be different. Sometimes I find that they are in the same grade, but for example, grade 8, but different. They can have different type of students. One class could be very, like even though we give extra energy for like ice breaking and try to make the class fun, but they seem to be just like calm, while another class like we only give something simple, then they can be so enthusiastic. That's what I mean, actually.
Your class profile, yeah, knowing the differences that you have in your class, right? Some class are very active, some classes are very active, some classes are a bit quiet, like that. Yeah, thank you, Bu Fatima. Big round of applause for Bu Fatima. And do we have anyone else, Mbak Eka?
I think from Miss Elvira, it's kind of interesting. Maybe Miss Elvira can open her mic, or should I read the comments, Mr. Adi?
Shall we invite Bu Elvira to speak up?
Yeah, sure.
I think I was just reciting what I said before. So I differentiate learning, my learning activities by giving various instructions also. But those various instructions, they have to meet what the students need and how they are like. And also try my best to involve as much variety of activities as I can.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Elvira. Very good one. Everybody, I want you to type down on the chat box, CPP. Okay, type down on the chat box, please. I would like to see that. CPP. Okay, 3 letters. And remember this throughout this session, because you're going to deal with that a lot later. And tell me what you know about the CPP. Okay, CPP. Okay, remember that. Type down the chat box. Have you got that, Elvira? The CPP on the chat box?
Yes, Mr. Adi. There are so many participants typing CPP on the chat box.
Yeah, okay. We'll find out what CPPs are. Yeah, don't worry, because it's going to be related to your differentiated learning, the way you differentiate your learning process. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, everyone, be ready with your fingers again, because this one, fingers and papers. Yeah. Prepare your piece of paper, everybody. Show me a piece of paper to the screen. Come on. Show me a piece of paper to the screen. If you don't have paper, it means you're not ready to learn.
Yeah,
and
I can see Mr. Nanda, Mr. Amiruddin.
Okay, good.
Mr. Jose, yeah.
Yes. Okay, great.
Miss Devi,
okay.
yeah.
People got their papers, yeah, Mbak Eka,
yeah?
Okay, good. Everyone, please write down one sentence on your paper. Describe this chart with a sentence. You can make it compound, complex, compound, up to you. And then later you're going to show it to the screen. Yeah, all of these words, combine them into a sentence and phrases. Can we give them about 30 seconds, Mbak Eka?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, countdown. Maybe 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm being nice. 60 minutes.
60 minutes or 60 seconds, I think.
Oh, sorry, 60 seconds. 60 seconds, 60 seconds, yeah. Countdown, go. How many seconds left, Mega?
10 seconds left.
I'm afraid they're sleeping, not writing anything. How many seconds left?
Yeah, it's 3, 2, and 1.
Stop, everybody, hands up. Hands up in the air, everybody. Hands up in the air. Where are your hands? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, don't cheat, don't cheat. Remember karma? Okay. All right, now, what we're going to do, everybody, I want you to show it to the screen first. And then later, Mbak Ika will see who's showing it up first. And then we're going to invite them to speak. Come on, show it to the screen, everybody.
Yeah, I think it's Miss Kartika.
Miss Kartika first. Okay. All right. Let's see. Miss Kartika.
Okay, I will read what I've written on my paper. Differentiating instructions have multiple options by taking in information, making sense of ideas, and expressing what's been learned.
Your TOEFL score must be very high, yeah? Because you're using the right connectors and prepositional phrases there. Amazing, very good, very good. Thank you. Big round of applause for Ibu Kartika, everybody. Very good one. Okay, Bu Kartika, now I have a question for you. What does it mean by taking in information in a different way? How can you see your students take in information from you in the class in different ways? How can you see that?
The student can take in information, I think, by giving them the information, and then they will do it individually or in groups, so they can share their ideas one and another, something like that. So they will share or give their opinion after getting the information from me.
Very good. So it means that the students, everybody, the students may have different learning ways. Is that right? Ways of learning. Yeah, different ways of understanding things, different ways in taking the information that you give them. So you need to learn their learning preferences. In the past, we know it as learning styles, yeah? But today, we call it as learning preferences. So the learning preferences for students, maybe they can learn individually. Some students can learn individually. Some students can learn collaboratively, okay, in a group. Some students can learn by like in a whole class by presenting, yeah, something to the classroom. So information can be taken in different ways, and that's what we need to be aware when we are going to differentiate our instruction. So it means that you anticipate some students who wants to learn individually, okay, and students who wants to learn in a group, and students who want to learn as a whole class project. Yeah, because some students are good at project as a project part of a project, yeah, team. And this is something that you want to pay attention, okay? And what about making sense of ideas? Can anybody raise their hand? How can you differentiate your instructions to make the students able to see the idea of the lesson? What can we do? Anybody? Mbak Eka?
Okay, not yet. Maybe
Not
we
yet?
can wait 3
If not-
seconds.
If not yet, Mbak Eka, I have a strategy that everybody
Okay.
can do as well. Yeah, Bu Kartika, sorry, because you've done it. So you may choose someone you like that you see on the screen, or someone you don't like. Up to you. Okay, but someone you like, please. Yeah, I believe you like everybody here. Okay, but Bu Kartika, please choose someone.
Oh, okay. So I just pick one of the participants.
Yeah.
Oh, with the same name with me, Miss Delita Kartika.
That's Cambridge team. Bu Jelita is from Cambridge. So can you choose someone else?
Oh, okay. Another one. Okay, how about Wigit Fitriani from
Okay.
SMP PHB?
Okay, please, Bu Fitriani.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Is my voice clearly heard?
Yes,
Yes.
Miss.
We can
Yeah,
hear
okay,
you.
thank you. So, to give the instruction, is that the question earlier?
Yeah. What can you do to give different instructions for the students to be able to understand the idea, to make sense the idea of the lesson?
All right, so what I always do, usually I will give them some examples first, or like a situation that is related to the topic that I am going to share with them. And then after that, I clearly state the instruction to them. If they do not understand what I mean, then later I will invite them to give me questions, something like that. As simple as that. The one that I always do with my students.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bu Igit. Okay, thank you. So everybody, have you ever heard the term KISS? KISS. KISS. Have you heard that? Well, I know you know KISS, but this is an acronym, yeah? KISS, triple S's that I would like to introduce to you. If you want to make sure that the students can make sense ideas, what you need to do is, number one, keep your instructions or keep your process of teaching simple, okay? Number two, short. Number three, straight to the point. I know teachers, sometimes we would like to give so much information that confuse the students. I know teachers love explaining things, but unfortunately, it doesn't help the students to make sense of the learning idea. Yeah, so that's why kiss your three things. What do you kiss? Three things. Number one, kiss your instruction. When you give instruction, you kiss it. So it will help the different learners to understand it easily. Number two, kiss your presentation. When you present something, kiss it. Okay. Number three, kiss your explanation. Okay. Kiss them. If you can, as much as you can, make it only 3 steps, 3 stages. That's how you differentiate your students' understanding of your idea, yeah, of the lesson that you're teaching them. Okay, great. Next, the last one. Can we invite Ibu Widget to choose another person? Okay, I would like to find out about how can you differentiate your instructions to let the students express what they have learned in the class. What can you do? So the students can, at the end of the session, they can say, Mom, or Ma'am, I would like to show you what I've done today. How can you do that? Okay, or maybe some students are shy, they don't want to say anything, but teacher, look at my picture. Okay, so is there anything like that? Some students they're not talking, but they're just asking the teacher to look at the picture that they've done. Okay, or some students are actually very, very good, so that, sir, can I actually share what I've done with this project? So my question is, what can you do to differentiate your instruction so the students have those opportunities, so they can express what they've known or what they've learned throughout the session with you? Okay, Bu Widget, could you choose the next person, please?
Right, as earlier we have done with the Miss or Mrs. here. So I will pick the male participant.
Nice.
Okay. Maybe Bapak Yudi. Bapak Yudi Hermawan, monggo Bapak.
Why do you choose me?
Oh, Pak Yudi?
Yes.
You know why? Do you know why, Pak? Because there is a song. Why do you choose me?
Oh, why not you love me?
Oh, okay, Pak Yudi, go ahead, Pak.
Yeah, I think it's depend on the type of teaching we'll give. For example, we focus on the teaching that based on auditory approach. Of course, the student will understand better if he has a type of learning auditory learners. So I think it depends on the kind of learning approach we give to the student. Of course, we give many of slides, for example, and we want to know how well visual type of learning. Of course, those who have the ability of the type of learning visual, the student with visual type of learning will understand better than the other student with different kind of type of learning. I think this is my point of view, Mr. Ardi.
Oh, all right, thank you. Okay, why do you choose me, Pak? Why do you choose me? Okay, Pak Yudi. All right. So, for example, your students are visual learners. Yeah. Okay. Some of your students are visual learners. What kind of activity you can give them so that at the end of the class they can show you what they've learned? What kind of activity you can give them for the visual learners so they can express what they've learned?
Yeah, of course, we have to provide our teaching material with the many of charts, for example, picture, because they will see the teaching material directly from the board, for example, from the screen. By giving such kind of type of learning, I think we will know better whose student who have the ability to understand better with the visual type of learning, I think.
Very good. So you are providing them with some visual aids. Visual
aids, yes, that's what I mean. Visual aids. Magic bag, yes.
Yeah, so remember, as a magician teacher, yes, as a magical teacher, you need to have your magic bag. And your magic bag needs to support your different kinds of learners in the class. Now, let me ask, raise your hand, use the button over there. If you've got your magic bag when you're coming to your class. Do you have your magic bag? I do. I've got my magic bag. Look, this is my magic bag. I got everything. You cannot see it because of the VB, but I've got my magic bag whenever I come to my class. My questions, everybody, do you have your magic bag, your aids, your teaching aids that you come with, that come with you in order to anticipate different kinds of learners for your activities? Raise your hand. Press your raise hand button.
We got Miss Ami, Miss Radi.
Miss Ami, very good. Okay, can we invite her, please?
Yes.
Yes. Bu Ami, what kind of magic bag do you have, and how do you use it to let your students express what they've learned?
I summed my magic bags first. Yeah, I have a scissors, some scissors with different colors, and markers with a different colors is common thing that we have, and then some stuff like if I need to show something to my students, so I'm going to provide some like fruits or things that I need to show to my students. And then the question about expressing what's been learned, like a feedback from my students to me, right? I like to prove, I like to give them something as a proof to me that they have understood or not yet for the material that I haven't given, that I have given to them. Like make a games. When they able to answer, when they able to play the games correctly, when I provide something and they can play it well, when I wrote something on the paper and then they're able to express their ideas, so I can say that they have understood about the materials. That is one thing that I sometimes play in the class.
Wow, nice. Big round of applause for Ibu Ami, everybody. And Pak Yudi, thank you. Very good. And also Ibu, who was the first one, Mbak Eka? Ibu
Wijit.
Ibu Wijit,
and Kartika.
And Ibu Kartika. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, good. So everyone, for this, the third one, when you want your students to express what they've learned, you provide 3 elements. For visual learners, make sure there is an opportunity for them to express what they have understood using visual aids. Okay, so you can ask them, okay, who can draw something of what you've learned today? Okay, and then show it to the screen. All right, or if you're in a classroom, stick what you've learned today. You can make a chart, you can make a picture, you can make a writing, and then stick it on the wall over here on the left side. That's for visual. Okay, for students who are learning visually. All right, and then for those students who are learning audio with some auditory learning preference, then you can ask them who would like to tell stories about or tell us what you've learned orally. Okay, so then their friends can listen and they can also combine their speaking and listening skill at the same time. All right, and then what about the students who are psychomotoric? What about students who are, bodily kinesthetic? They like to move around. What can you ask them to do? You can ask them to, you can mime. Can you mime what you've learned today? And then let the students guess what you've got. Okay, or create an activity which is physically active. Then the other students can guess. Okay, Bapak Ibu. So you are doing this not alone. When you create differentiated instruction, you don't plan your lesson alone. You need to plan your lesson with your students, with your different students, because they are the ones who are actually having the differences. You are the facilitator. What you need to do is to facilitate the differences. And you cannot do that alone. Are you planning your lesson alone, everyone? Bapak Ibu, are you still planning your lesson alone today? Or should you plan your lesson together with your students to get some inputs from them? So if you are going to make a differentiated learning environment, then you need to make sure when you plan a lesson, you sit down with some of your students that you can call them in our term, in my term, we call it SLT. What is that? Type down on the chat box, everybody. SLT. What is SLT? Super Learning Team. Type down in the chat box, SLT. So you remember that. What is SLT? What is SLT? Super Learning Team. So when you're going, yes, when you're going to plan your lesson, you work with your super learning team that will probably you already arrange in a way so that the students who will become your SLT, they come from different learning preferences and also probably different learning levels too. Yeah. Okay. Good. Excellent. Okay. Have you got any SLT on the chat, Mbak Eka? Yes, we do. Excellent. Yeah.
Yes,
and the first,
Mr. Adi.
And the first one, the CPP.
And the first one called that is Mr. Jose.
Mr. Jose. Oh, Jose. Okay, good. Yes, Mr. Jose. Pak Jose, would you like to share? Do you have an SLT in your class?
Okay. So I actually teach not in a school environment. So my institution is an English course, and uniquely, some of my students are also teaching in the lower levels of my institution. So I usually ask them to provide some feedbacks on what I've been teaching and whether they have this kind of ideas on what to do next, on what they prefer to learn, what skills in life that they need, and stuff like that. Mr. Adi.
Great, nice. So basically, you have the team that you also give them a role to share what they've learned with you. Yeah.
And also
Nice.
some questions in class, in class questions.
Very good. Excellent, excellent. Good, good. Thank you so much, Pak Jose. Pak Jose, are you from Philippines?
No, I was born here in Jakarta.
You're from Jakarta. Okay, good then. Well, welcome to Jakarta. Okay, good. Thank you so much, everybody. So remember the second one, SLT. Your super learning team is the team that will work with you to make your lesson plan, so then you can accommodate the differences of your learners. Okay, remember that, yeah, Bapak Ibu, yeah. So because that's how you differentiate your instruction. If you do it alone, you only guess, oh, who is having visual, who is not very fast learner, then that's going to be difficult for you to anticipate your lesson plan. But if you've got your students with you sitting down and then you got input when you're doing the lesson plan, we will talk about that later, yeah? Usually those who have already come to some of my sessions with the stages of the lesson, you already know all of these things. That's why I asked you earlier, yeah? Okay, good. Now we go a bit faster. Everybody, let's play. Are you ready? Ready to play? If you're ready to play, type down yes. Are you ready to play, everybody? Type down yes if you're ready to play on the chat box. Ready or not ready? If not ready, I'm going to skip this game and go home. Ready? Yes, 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 Matt?
Yes, we
Yes?
get some yeses.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so it means we go with this. Everybody, I want you to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sentences. There are some words which is in anagram, jumbled. So I want you to rearrange that letter. Yeah, so make it a proper word. Okay, can we give them, well, maybe 5 minutes? 5 seconds for one number. Yeah, so 30 seconds, Mbak Eka. Is it okay? 30 seconds to do this. Yeah, okay, Mbak Eka. 30 seconds. Count down, everybody. Let's do this. Go. 30.
Wait a minute.
30 seconds, yeah?
Okay. Well, first from Miss Amy.
Okay.
Yeah,
number
we
1.
get some.
Okay, good. Number 2. Have you got anyone doing number 2? Anybody doing number 2?
Number 2, yeah, it's going so fast. I got Miss Devi for number 2.
Okay, number 3. Wow, you're good. Everyone is so good with this game.
Yeah,
Number
please
3?
help us with putting the number on your answer,
yes.
everyone.
Yes.
I got number 3 from Miss Devi again. Yeah.
Wow. Miss
And
Debbie's
Miss
leading, yeah?
Elvira also. Number 4, Miss Emmy.
Okay, good.
The whole answer from Miss Maya, 1 to 5.
Big round of applause to all of you, everybody. Whoa, amazing. 30 seconds done, right? Super duper. So, okay, shall we invite the one that's done all of the 5, all of the 5 sentences? Who is that?
Yeah, I think Miss Maya. Are you there?
Maya. Okay. Bu Maya, would you like to share what you've got?
Yes, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is students. Actually, I wrote only students.
Students, yeah? Know your students, okay?
Students.
Stop. Don't answer number 2. Don't answer number 2 and the rest. Only number 1.
Okay.
Know your students. Okay. Well, what do you need to learn about knowing your students? What do you need to know about your students? Quickly.
I think we have to know their, again, their profile, meaning that first their interests, and then how do we have to approach them? In what level are they? Some of them are very quick in absorbing lessons. The other ones are they need more time to understand lessons. And then
your voice is a bit breaking down, Ibu.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, my internet connection is not really good.
Yeah,
Can
so
you
basically,
hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Can you speak louder?
Yeah. So basically, what is it? We have to know their profile. Some of them, what their interests are. It's very easy if we know what they like that, and then that's how to approach them. And then how we need to approach them, because some of them are quick in absorbing lessons. The other ones are quite need some time to absorb the lesson. So I think that's what.
Oh, okay, good. So basically, knowing your students' profile, yeah. Observe what are your students actually learning preferences, yeah. Very good. Okay, and number 2, but Eka, would you like to choose the one who did number 2?
I think we should give that for Miss Devi Cynthia.
Okay, Bu Devi Cynthia, please.
Yes. Number 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Give
the students opportunities to express what they already know and what they think about the lesson.
What do you think? What does it mean? What do you think about this sentence in terms of differentiated learning?
Well, it's like preliminary questions to your students, like asking them what they know about the certain topic that we're going to come up with later, that we're going to discuss later further in the class. I just want to know first what they have already known, so I know where to start with them. And yeah, of course, I would like to know what they think about that. Do they think it's useful for them or not? Sometimes we need to explain more how useful something that they're going to learn, right?
Nice. Very good. You call this, what do you call this sentence? It's diagnostic.
Diagnostic. That's the word.
Yeah? Diagnostic assessment. What does it mean? It means that you need to know first. Well, knowing your student's profile, that's before the class start. You need to make sure before you teach your students, find out some backgrounds about the students' social background, the students' academic background, the students' learning quality and all that, and preferences. Yeah. So you need to find out that before you teach them in a term or in a semester or in a year. Okay, that's knowing profile, knowing your students. And then along the way, what you're going to do in every session, then you're going to do what you call assessment, diagnostic assessment. Okay, so you want to know what they know and what they think about it. Which one is better? Teaching something that the students like, or teaching something that the students don't like? Which one is better, Bapak Ibu? And which one will comes much better to their understanding? Teaching them something that they like, or something that they don't like? Can I have that on the, or maybe Bu Devi, can you help answer that?
Of course, something they like.
Something they like.
Yeah, no matter how difficult it is, they will be able to understand that if they like it.
Yeah, if they like the lesson, you win them already. You win the learning process already. Why? Because if they like it, they will put effort. Yes or no? Bapak Ibu, if they like the lesson, they will put effort to make themselves understand. Yeah, they will put effort to listen to you. They will put effort to try to do everything that you give them. But if they don't like it, you're gonna do hard work. That's why there are many teachers saying, "Sir, I've done this, I've done that, but they're not doing it. They're not making it. They're not making it happen. What happened? Because they don't like it." Okay, so that's the problem. So how to make them like it? Build their interest. Start with building the students' interest, and that's where you can find out during your diagnostic assessment. Yeah, good. Number 3, Mbak Eka. Thank you. Number 3.
Yes, I think we can ask Miss Eka Putri. Yeah, Miss
okay.
Eka, please.
Okay, did you hear my voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So number 3, make sure the students understand and enjoy learning at their current level before they learn any further.
Okay, good. That's the answer. And what do you think about this?
Okay, so if we want to make sure that our students have understood about the lesson that we deliver to them, they will enjoy it. They will ask many things to us. And then what else? When we give them the questions or assignment that maybe the level is higher than before, they can do this well because they have known the trick or the strategy to overcome it. I think that's all. Thank you.
Very good. Round of applause, everybody. Woo! Very good, Bu. Ibu, what is your name again? Bu Eka, yeah? Bu Eka, good.
Yeah.
Yes, Bu Eka, you're right. And this is actually a follow through from what Ibu Devi Cynthia was saying, that we need to make them like the lesson. And how can you make them like the lesson? By building their interest. And before you go further, and this is differentiated learning, Bapak Ibu, before you go further with the lesson, make sure that they enjoy first. Because there is no point of you keep going if they don't enjoy the learning process at that moment, or if they don't get the idea of what they're learning. It means you're just catching up the curriculum. But unfortunately, that's what we have to do at school. I know, but I know the government is trying to fix that now. That's why we are implementing differentiated learning in classrooms. Okay, Bapak Ibu? So hopefully that kind of problems will be resolved very, very soon. Yeah, will be resolved. Okay, good. And thank you. Number 4, Mbak Eka?
Yeah, I think Miss Rahma.
Okay.
Miss Rahma, would you like to open your mic, please?
Okay, number 4.
Yes.
Number 5, I think. Is
number
that
5.
Number
4 or 5?
Number 4, the SCA.
Oh, number 4. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, ask them if they are. Okay. Ask them if they are there to each up. Wait. Wait, I haven't find it.
Okay.
Ask them. Okay. Ask them if they are ready to scale. Scale up.
Right, that's a good one. Yes. Ask them to do the SCA dance. Oh no. Yeah. Ask them if they are
ready to scale up.
Scale up. Yes. So, Bapak Ibu, in differentiated learning, if you want the students to go further to the next level of your lesson, Yeah, level of difficulty, level of speed, level of complexity. Yeah. So then ask them first, are you ready? Are you ready to go further? Okay. Are you ready to go up? Are we ready for the next activity? If they're not ready, hold on. Yeah. Don't push. There's no point of pushing students to go with you, to keep up with you, but they're not actually ready. They will be tergopoh-gopoh. Is that right? The term? They will be like catching up with you with a very difficult way. Yeah. Okay, good. Now the last one, number 5.
Yeah, I think the last one we can ask Mr. Nanda.
Mr. Nanda. Okay. Yes. Mr. Nanda.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the last one. Offer some options for the students to complete the given task or activities from easy to challenging level of difficulty.
You are top scorer, sir. Yeah.
Easy peasy for Mr. Nanda.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, Mr. Nanda. Okay, thank you. So, Pananda, what do you think about this lesson? About this sentence?
For this, offer some option for the students to complete the given tasks or activities from easy to challenging level of difficulty. So it's like I'm giving them, I offer them to answer this. Okay, may you answer this, everyone? But it's not like random. I give them like the easy one first. Okay, like the simple one. Let's say in my class, I used to separate it into 3 stages. The easy one, like the vocabulary first, and then the second one, I start with the grammar, and the challenging one is start with the writing. So I start them with the vocabulary first. Okay, after that, leveling up or scale up to the second one, to the grammar, and then after that, I give them the challenging one. Is like the worksheet or the writing, like that. So
yes, in one word, you call it scaffold. Okay, scaffold. It means that you do it step by step. Yeah, and where the students stop, it means that's where their level is. Okay, when the student find it difficult, it means that's where they are now. So how can you challenge them to go to the next level? Well, then you can probably ask them first, are you ready to go to the next level? If they're ready, then okay, let's do this one. You try it. Oh, sir, I find it difficult. It's not, I don't know what to do. Okay, then you facilitate by giving them some scaffolding activity. Okay, why don't you do this first? One. After that, do this, and then do this. So remember, your role as a teacher is to set your student to success, not to fail. If you give them the hard part, the hard times, and they fail, they're not going to follow you. They're not going to keep up with you. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well done. Give a big round of applause to all of them. To the 5 people who participated. Yes, this is the answer, everybody. So you are correct. Yeah. Well, there is a ticket for you to go to Hawaii. Ask Mbak Eka later. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Yes. Mbak Eka. Now you must be responsible. Yeah. Going to Hawaii. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
See you in Hawaii, Mbak Eka.
Yes. See you in Hawaii.
Okay, everybody. Now look at this. I just need one person to come on mic, Mbak Eka, to try to describe this chart. What can they understand about this chart? Can we have anybody?
Please use the raise hand feature or directly raise your hand, everyone, if you want to participate in this.
If you have your hand, use your hand. If you don't, use the fake hand that you have on the Zoom
raise hand feature.
Button. Yeah. Anybody? Bapak Ibu, remember karma? If you want to have your students active in the class, you must be active in my class.
Ah, we got one participant. Mr. Amiruddin.
Oh gosh, like teacher, like students, yeah? So difficult to ask them to just participate. Okay, Pak Amiruddin, go.
Thank you. It is about explaining the chart, right?
Yes, this chart.
My opinion is that differentiation, it is about balancing the material that we want to give to our students, and then related to our students' need or our students' want. That's my point. Short.
Oh, yes, okay, that's your point. Yeah, okay. So when you try to balance between the students' needs and the academic content, which is the lesson, what struggle that you probably find when some students sir, I want to do this one. The other students, I want to do it this one. I want to do it this way. So how what would be the struggle there, Pak Amir, Pak Amiruddin?
Yeah, I mean, like, we can't make everyone satisfied, right? We can't make every student satisfied with our material. But of course, the point is that when I think that the material can make when I think that the material can make them more enthusiastic, I mean, I will continue. I will go on with the material. I will keep with the material. It is like probably they will be more active. They will be more talkative. I will keep the material on.
Okay.
That's my point.
Thank you. So, Bapak Ibu, when the students are struggling, okay, when the students are struggling, but you need to catch up with your material, with your curriculum, what you have to do, take notes. Okay, take notes of those students who are struggling. Okay, the next time you invite them to come with you and then sit down and listen to them. Okay, listen to their opinion, what they find struggling, what they find difficult, what they find to make it easy for them. How can they learn the easy way? So you need to stop and sit down. Yes, when you apply differentiated learning, Bapak Ibu, you need to be more like like a learning consultant, because you need to make sure that your students also are with you along the way. You don't want to leave them behind, because if you leave them behind, then they will feel left behind. When they feel left behind, what's going to happen? They will not care anymore about the learning. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. Now, to make differentiated learning works effectively in the class, you need to make sure that the learning content, process, and product, CPP. Can you see there, Bapak Ibu? CPP. What are they?
Content, process, and product.
That's the CPP. Ya, Bapak Ibu ya. Content, process, and product. The keywords of differentiated learning. Yeah, you need to make sure that they are all well prepared. And remember, do not plan your lesson alone. You need to work with your different students who's got those differentiated needs. Yeah, so work with the students to accommodate their learning needs and preferences. Okay, remember this key, Bapak Ibu ya. That's the CPP, content, process, product. But you're not designing it alone. You need to work together with your students. Yeah, that's the power of differentiated learning. The students play a vital role in your lesson planning stage. Yeah. Okay. Good. Next. All right. The last one, I think. This is the last one, everybody. Can I ask everybody to type it on the chat box, please? Come on. One quick sentence, 1 minute. Go. Type it on the chat box, everybody. All of this. How can you compose an easy to understand sentence, please? We've talked about this. Now it means that I ask you to make a summary. Okay, please write down on the chat box. Summarize.
1 minute, yeah, Mr. Adish.
1 minute. Oh yeah, Mbak Eka. Countdown. Go.
Okay, I'm counting them.
Please. How many minutes?
It's still 40 seconds left.
Okay. Please count down per 10 seconds.
Okay.
So
I will let everyone know.
Yes. So we give them the pressure.
It's 30 seconds left.
Oh, see? Now they're thinking harder.
20 seconds left.
Everybody, come on.
in the last 10 seconds.
Ooh.
Okay.
3,
done.
2, 1.
We got
hands up. Everybody hands up.
the
Hands up, hands up.
answers. Yeah.
Hands up in the air. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Where are your hands, everybody? Show me, show me. Okay, Amir, where are your hands? Don't cheat, don't cheat. Time is up. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you so much,
So
everyone.
we got 3 answers, Mr. Adi.
Okay. So let's see.
Yeah.
Invite one of them. You choose, Mecca.
Okay. Okay, maybe. Miss Eva.
Miss Eva. Miss Eva, are you with us? If
Yes.
you are, drop something so we know you are
Okay.
here.
Miss Eva, let me find you.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Miss
Go,
Eva.
Bu Eva. Are you okay, Bu Eva? Or maybe we go with the second one later, Bu Eva.
The second one, Miss, I'm not sure. Bus Dewanto. Oh, Mister. Sorry, Mister. Okay.
I'm using my
Sorry.
daughter's laptop.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you told me before. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, Pak Bus Dewanto, please.
Well, I'm surprised. I myself surprised because I cannot compose such a a solid sentence to cover all in 1 minute.
It's okay, Pak.
Yeah, what I understand actually differentiation or differentiated teaching can only be achieved well when those 3 components, content, process, and product, has been well prepared. So that's what I mean. Because when all those 3 components are well prepared, only when it is well prepared, then the learning it affects the learning environment. What I'm trying to say is, for example, like this, we know that this is the trend, differentiation. We cannot just give the entire class, all my students, the same degree or the same level of difficulties, because based on the content, some students understand some parts of the lesson faster than the other. So we have to treat everyone, not everyone, but I mean every group of students in a special way. Yeah, maybe Pak Adi knows well that this approach tends to give teachers more pressure, because the lesson planning becomes like a mammoth task, something like that. I think that's it, sir.
All right,
I'm sorry if
thank you.
done my
Don't
thoughts
worry.
perfectly. Yeah.
Don't worry, Pak Bus Dewanto. Basically, this is why, because it's only a simulation, not a real learning. Because when you are doing a real learning, I mean, like, you will have enough time, you will have time to think. But this is basically like, because you got such a limited time. However, you got the point. You shared the right point there. That yes, when you create your differentiated instruction for your students, incorporating the content, the process, and the product, that you don't, once again, Bapak Ibu, I highlight this. Remember, do not plan everything alone. The power of differentiated learning is on your students, because your students are the ones who have the differences. For you, you got one difference, okay? You got only one difference, but your students got differences. So you need to work with the students in order to work on the lesson planning. That's true, Pak Dewanto. There will be a little extra work on the lesson planning activity because you need to sit down with your students. But you only feel it hard at the beginning. When I was doing this in Morocco, when I was doing this in Australia, the same thing. First time it was difficult to do differentiated learning. And at the end, I find out like, oh, actually there is a pattern. Yes, when you come up with your students and then you get input from them, and then you put, even sometimes you will be much helped by your students because their ideas about differentiated activity is very, very spot on, very, very amazing. Okay, so that's why you need to sit down and listen to your students. The power of differentiated learning is on your students, Bapak Ibu ya, not on us as a teacher. The power of us is to facilitate those needs, yeah, the relevance of your learning with your target learning outcome, with your target activity in the class and the students' participation. Yeah, perfect. That will actually give an effect or to the learning environment. That's also part of the things that you want to pay attention. Yeah. Okay. Now, quickly, everybody, before we go to the breakout room, and then maybe we'll have about 15 minutes later for a breakout room activity, but 10 minutes only for you to discuss quickly, and then after that come back because you only need to decide what you have to do. Yeah, before learning term begins, this is before learning term begins. It means that before the semester, before the year, Bapak Ibu ya. So what you have to do is learn about your student's background. Yeah, learning profile and characteristic. That's before your time. And then the second, conduct learners diagnostic assessment at the beginning and also throughout the session later, like what we discussed earlier. And then categorize the students, but not to be boxed. Be careful. Categorize so you know, not for you to box them into visual to visual, learn audio to audio. No, you don't do it that way. Differentiated learning is not about making people put in one box. Okay, not making students put in one box, but you still have them in different, different group of learners in one group, but you already know their category because later the activity will be done by those learners with the same, with the relevant level of learning preference or ability. Yeah. Okay. So the categorization is not to make your students become boxed. Remember that, Bapak Ibu ya. Do not put the same students in one group. That's not the way what you call differentiated learning. Differentiated learning is having different students but with different activities in one group of learning. Yeah. Okay. Good. Next, before the session, lesson plan based on your students' characteristics. So that's why when you make a lesson plan, you must involve your students. Yeah. So you can make sure that the learning will be more effective. And the next, number 2, create more collaborative learning activities, using an adaptive assessment task and scaffold. Okay. 3 steps: lesson plan with students, collaborative learning activities that you will make everybody get involved. Low, middle, high students, they're all working together. Yeah. And then lesson and task delivery, you scaffold, you do it step by step. All right. Until the students feel ready to go to the next level. Okay. During the learning, okay, if you are in a classroom, divide your classroom walls. If you're teaching in a classroom, divide your classroom walls or your digital presentation, if you are teaching online, into 3 categories. Yeah, so you can call it 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars. 1 star for the students who are probably the struggling students. They can put everything there. Yeah, if they are the last one, if they finish an activity the last, you can ask them to put it in the number 1, for example. Number 2 for the middle speed learner, and number 3 for the fast speed learner. You decide, but that's just an idea. Yeah, but there are 3 categories. Remember. Low, middle, and high. Yes. So high here doesn't mean that they are always good. Maybe they can do it fast. Yeah. But maybe it's all wrong. You never know, right? They do it fast, but it's all wrong. You never know. Okay. And then anticipate the achievable learning outcome for each learner's group. So when you ask them to do something for each group, make sure it is achievable. Don't be too over expectation. Don't put it like over their capacity. And then make sure that each activity leads to the target learning outcome for each group of students. So even though they are not being grouped, but actually in the class, you will see that there are groups of students. You know, imaginatively, you know that, not for you to box them. And the last, number 4, ask students to choose which activity that they feel confident to do. Yeah, so it means that they have their freedom to do it. Yeah, okay, good. And then now let's do this. The anticipated problems, make sure that the learners are not aware that they are being categorized. Yes, because that's only to your knowledge, only for you. And then start the grouping with similar profile in one group if you want, or you can mix them. Yeah, you can start with similar, but then mix them. You can start to make them feel good, but then after that mix. Starting is only to scaffold, Bapak Ibu, yeah. When you group them with a similar group, only to scaffold, and after that you can mix them, yeah, step by step, yeah. And then once you see that they have raised their learning capacity, then challenge them to go to the next level. See, you start moving them to the different or to the higher level if they are ready, yeah. And then if they're not ready, let them stay, but keep them busy with the activity until they feel confident with their level and they are ready to go to the next level. Yeah, okay, good. That's the anticipated problems. Okay, after the learning process, don't forget to ask them how the class went and whether they feel included or excluded throughout the lesson. This is important. In differentiated learning, they must feel that they're excluded. They must feel that they're included, not excluded. Yeah, and what did they learn most from?